Well, hello everybody. It's Bob, your host for Jointly Speaking. I just want you to know it's been kind of a rough time uh, getting a guest, but you know how it goes with the COVID. Everybody's still being strict about that. So, at least in Massachusetts, I think. But I just want you all to know that I have a lovely lady here today. Her name is Lucy Kontas. She works here at Colony 3 Retirement. And so, Lucy, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
So your title is exactly what?
My title is Resident Services Coordinator.
Ah, very good. Can I come up and bother you every day?
By appointment, maybe.
Oh, okay. Now, exactly, when you say residence coordinator, I know I don't really do much with you as of yet.
Right.
But what do you do with the residents?
So, my primary reason for being here for this job position is to help connect the residents with services in the community to keep residents living independently as long as possible.
Ah.
So some of the things I do is I might help someone connect with elder services.
Oh, yeah.
To get a homemaker.
Yeah.
I might help someone connect with transportation services through the WRTA, paratransit. I also do things like help people sign up for food stamps, help with that application, sign up for the buy-in program, Mass Health Buy-in program, which it's a program that pays for the Medicare Part B.
Oh, okay.
So it can save people.
That can save a lot of money for people.
Yes, $164 a month. Yes.
Oh, yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
And then I'm here to do all kinds of other things. Like I might have someone come to see me and say, well, my TV's not working. What do I do?
Oh, gee. Tell them to go buy a new one.
So many times I've been in someone's apartment trying the remote control.
Really?
And if I can't get it to work, then I end up calling Charter to
The only thing I've noticed here that I've had trouble with is reception on cable and everything. I don't know if it's for being downstairs or if it's the whole building. But I've had other people tell me they've had trouble.
I think it's worse downstairs.
Oh, it is. It's terrible. I mean, sometimes on my cell phone, I lose all my general mail receipts and everything.
I think, this building was built in 1980,
they said it's about
70s.
40 years old.
You know, they didn't really know about Wi-Fi back then.
Yeah,
they weren't thinking about,
No, they don't plan ahead. And
computer.
You can't.
It's hard to.
So, when you don't know it's coming.
So here we are in a brick building, and reception is just very bad here. So, and our director's trying to do things to help, like boost the Wi-Fi signal so that people's computers and phones and iPads work better. So.
Yeah, and I understand that. I really do. I'm just, in fact, I was having trouble with my computer yesterday, which is a small laptop. It's not on the, it's portable. And I thought, well, it's not here really. It's nothing that you're doing or the building is doing, I should say. It's just, I think it's old. I think I need to get a new one.
Well, that could be.
Unfortunately.
That could be, and it doesn't take long for computers to be considered old.
I know, that's what I've heard, and I've had this for about 10 years.
Oh, Barbara, my husband is a computer person. He's an IT person for UMass, and if he heard you had a 10-year-old computer, he would say, Barbara, buy a new one.
And I know, and I really am going to get one because I find I'd rather I want something even smaller than what I've got.
Yeah.
I find I'm only using it really to research information for people for the radio show or whatever, or somebody here. So I don't really want to have this big lappy computer that I don't know what to do with.
You don't need all the bells and whistles.
No,
you just need something simple.
No. I like it simple and easy to work with. I think everybody should like that, but I'm amazed at what you do.
Oh, well.
I am, really. I mean, and you've got such a wonderful personality about it.
Well, thank you, Barbara.
No, really, seriously.
I enjoy
Everyone I've
it.
ever seen you go up to, you've always got a smile on your face. and I think you tried, so hard.
Well, I enjoy it, so that makes
Well,
a big
that's good.
difference, right?
Yeah,
That makes all the difference.
Yeah, and that's what I said about the radio show. I love doing it.
Yeah,
If I can, it helps to occupy my time,
yeah,
and I'm grateful for that. But it also, the way I look at it, it keeps me alive.
mm-hmm.
It keeps
Yeah.
me going.
Keeps you with a purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't get old and just sit in a chair and do nothing.
Yeah.
Someone made a comment to me the other day. They said, "Oh, you look 60 years old." And I said, "Gee, I'll take it." That made me feel good.
Yeah.
But it's true. I mean, I try not to think of my age.
Yeah.
I just try to
It's
keep
just
going.
It's just a number,
Yeah, it is.
right? It's a number.
My mother lived to be 106.
Wow.
And she
Amazing.
never thought anything of it.
Wow.
And do you know she lived and she never got Alzheimer's or anything?
Wow.
She was unbelievable. She had her lunch one day. She ate her big lunch, had her dessert, and after that, she's, "Barbara, I'm taking a nap." I said, "Okay." And she took a nap and just never woke up.
Wow.
But I thought, oh God, what a way to go.
Yes, absolutely.
So perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
And
We should all be that lucky,
we
right?
all
Yeah.
should be,
Yeah.
yes. It makes life. I look at some of the people that go through the hospitals and
Yeah.
all the different rehabs and
Yeah.
I don't know how those families do it.
Yeah. Tough to deal with.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
But what else do you do? Anything else on?
Well,
What do you keep out of trouble? Let me say that.
what do I keep out of trouble?
Yeah, how do you keep out of trouble?
How do I keep out of trouble?
Yeah.
I pray.
Oh, okay. That
I pray
works.
a lot. Yeah.
That works.
Well, another thing I do here is I bring in programs. Like today, we had students from Worcester State University.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to find out about that. I didn't even know they were coming, I'm sorry to say.
Yes, well, but Barbara, I put up notices.
Yeah, you did. And I've just been, for the last week or two, I've been very entangled in the I have 2 radio shows I do.
Okay.
And then I've had other things going on with the doctors, so I've been kind of out of it a little bit, and I feel bad. But what were they here for today?
They are occupational therapy students.
Oh, yeah, they should see me.
And it's a program. It's called it's called Life. Life Integrated Functional Exercise.
Oh.
So the last week was their first week, and they met with residents one-on-one, and they sort of just got to know them, evaluated their strengths and weaknesses, and then this week was the second week, and they did a little more activity. Like I noticed a lot of them were just walking around the dining room. Some of them were upstairs, and what they're trying to do is introduce simple exercises that they can do in daily life. So they're coming 2 more weeks. There's 2 more weeks, next Thursday and the one after.
Oh, I got to come and listen to them because
Sure.
OT and PT are my lifeline.
Yeah.
And I usually am walking, but my right shoulder has become a problem.
Yep.
And I'm terrified to use a walker or to walk on my own the fear of falling.
Yep. Yep.
And if I fall, I got 26 surgeries in me, so no thank you.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No,
Yeah.
so I'm trying to, I try to think that way.
Yeah.
And I know it's probably bad, but I don't know what else to do, until they can figure out what to. There's a new thing out. In fact, they're working on it with me. They don't want to operate on me again, and that's fine. I'm grateful for that. But there's a new painkiller out, and it's called Sprint Pain Relief. And what it is they stick some kind of an injection into your area, like your shoulders or your back or whatever, and they leave it there. Get this, they leave it there for 60 days.
Wow.
You can't take a bath
Oh,
or a
gosh.
shower. I'm going, okay, sure, we'll just, forget it.
Wow.
But then they take it out, and supposedly it has killed the nerve
Okay.
for another 4 months. So literally 6 months you're without pain.
Wow.
Now that's going to really be something if they come through with that.
Yeah.
Now right now it's still under doctors' testing and everything
Okay.
because they made me go through a whole bunch of doctors and psychologists and,
Yeah.
all the usual stuff.
Sure.
And I found that very interesting. And I'm excited because I'm talking about it today. Don't get mad at me, folks, if you can't get it. But I know it's being done at UMass
Yeah.
Hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know where else. I imagine other states as well. But I'm just not familiar where. But it's a brand new thing, and it's called Sprint Pain Relief. I think that's going to be fantastic.
Sounds amazing to be pain free.
Yeah.
For long periods of time like that.
For 6
would
months.
Change somebody's life.
Yeah, because I know for me, you can't keep giving me painkillers. They don't work anymore on me
Yeah.
because I've had the illness for so long.
Yeah.
They've become immune to me.
Right.
So they've really got to come up with something that's better. So after they talked me into it, and really sat me down, and I said to the doctor, "You want me to do something? You got to explain everything. I'm a stickler for that."
Yeah.
And he did.
Good.
And so I'm hoping that other people, like people listening to the show, will hear about it and check in if they have shoulder pain and back pain are the two areas I'm positive they're using it for.
Okay.
Beyond that, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm not in that situation.
Right.
So
Right.
I think that's going to be great for people.
Oh yeah. And this is probably just the beginning of it.
Oh, yes.
So I'm sure as time goes by, it'll be, perfected and
Yep.
and
And just think of the relief you'll get from your clients here. It'd be fantastic.
Yeah. Right. Right.
It makes life a lot easier when you
Don't have pain.
when
No,
you don't
I
have
get-
the pain.
Yeah.
I what I don't know is what happens after 6 months.
Yeah.
Do they do it again? They haven't said yet.
Okay.
And but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'll take 6 months of freedom.
One step at a time.
Because
right?
if I get that 6 months of no pain in the shoulder, I can get up and walk.
Yeah. Right.
That's the way I look at it.
Right. Yeah.
And other people should look at it that way too if they can't walk.
Yeah.
People don't realize that you have to use your shoulders
Yeah.
for
that's
walking,
true.
your
Yeah.
arms, whatever you want to call it. And you need to keep your strength up on that. So it goes,
Right. Right.
Listen to me talking to you. You know as much as I do.
Well,
But I think it's good. So anyway, but
sure.
back to you. I'm sorry we got
Ah.
off the track.
That's perfectly fine.
No, but I just thought I'd mention it while I had the chance.
Yeah,
so
why not? Why
Yeah.
not? Yeah.
I think it's great. So what else is cooking? Anything?
Oh, let's see. We're working on getting a COVID vaccine booster clinic for next month.
Oh,
That's
really?
another thing. That's another thing I do. I set up the vaccine
Yeah.
clinic. The different health clinics.
There's been a lot of yes and no's and we don't know or what's going on. I've been hearing
Yeah.
it, and for about 2 months now. Mm-hmm. And I'm thinking, why is there so much controversy on this?
I think part of it is that because we're no longer officially in a pandemic, the federal government is not paying for these new vaccines. They were
Yeah.
paying for all the previous ones.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure whether Medicare will pay for this or whether it's private insurance
Oh.
that, people's
pay on
private
your own, yeah.
people's private insurance will have to be billed for the cost of
Yeah.
the vaccine.
Do you think the vaccine will be expensive? Do you have any idea on that
I
yet?
think it can be. Like I've heard $200
You're kidding.
if it's private pay.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So it's.
I didn't expect to hear that number.
Well, I'm emailing back and forth with the pharmacy manager at OSCO. They're the ones who'll provide. So she's going to keep me informed about, which insurances are going to cover it, how this is going to work. There's also another vaccine called RSV for
Oh, yeah, I
the
heard about
respiratory-
that.
Yeah, so hopefully they can offer that too for anyone that is
Oh.
interested at the
Very-
same time as the COVID booster. Yeah.
That's good.
So, but again, it's an issue of payment. How is this going to be paid for? So,
Yeah.
they don't want to come and give the vaccine and then start sending people a bill for, $200.
No.
So they want to make sure they know, how this is going to
Yeah.
work with insurance.
I can't imagine charging senior citizens $200.
Yeah, yeah,
That's wild.
yeah. Well, hopefully
Boy.
the Medicare plans will cover that
Yeah.
cost.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they will, but we'll see.
I mean, I just read something yesterday where it was asking if people would be happy with getting an increase in their Medicare. Of course they would. Medicare just gets you by,
Right,
depending
right.
on whether you're on straight Medicare. What I'm on disability Medicare, which is even different.
Yeah.
So it makes quite a bit of difference to the individual. How
Yeah.
they survive.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, well, I can appreciate what they have to go through. It's not easy,
No.
and unfortunately, you have to go with what the government decides.
That's right. Yeah.
I think we ought to tell the government to take a vacation. We'll sign all the bills. Wouldn't that be wonderful?
It
Boy,
would, yeah.
that would
I
really
think
be
so.
something. I probably just created havoc saying that, but I'm all for it. But how long have you been here at Colony 3?
24 years.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Oh, how wonderful.
24 years.
Well, you do a great job. I know
Thank you.
that.
Thank you,
really
Barbara.
do. And
Well,
I think
I
it's
try.
wonderful that you like your job.
Mm.
I heard the other day someone said they quit their job, and I said, well, why did she quit? She said, oh, well, she doesn't like it. I said, well, I'm glad she's gone. If she doesn't like her job, I wouldn't want to work with her.
Yeah, right.
I mean, really, when you think about it, you want somebody who's going to help you with your job,
Right.
support you, do what you have
Have
to.
a good attitude, a positive attitude.
Yeah, oh,
Because
yeah,
that makes all the
yeah.
difference.
Yeah. It's like I said, I wake up every morning and I tell myself it's going to be a great day. I believe in that so
Good
badly.
for you, yeah.
Well,
Good for you.
I think it's important for seniors, particularly, or for that matter, I take it back. For anybody who's
Yes.
got a disability,
Yeah.
anybody who's sick, children,
Yeah.
anybody, that they wake up and they tell themselves they're going to have a great day. And then no matter what happens, you just say, no, it's going to be a great day. And the one thing I've learned to do is if you came to me and told me you had a problem, I would listen. But after you left, I'd say, okay, I can't help her. So I can't think about it.
Yes.
Because otherwise it will dwell on you and
Yes.
become a problem for you.
Yes. That's very good. I'm glad you said that because
I do it all the time.
not everybody has the ability to do that. Some
know it.
people get
They get hung up on
they
it.
get hung up on
Yeah.
and I'm the same way you are. Because I have people come to see me, Barbara, and sometimes I can't. I mean, there's a problem that I
Yeah.
can't do anything about.
No,
All I
that's
can do is
understandable.
listen.
Yeah.
All I can do is listen.
Yeah.
But one thing I've been able to do my whole, career is when I leave my job, I don't take it home with
Oh,
me.
yeah. No,
I
you
just
shouldn't.
leave it, and
When you leave the door, you say good night.
yes, which
Yeah.
doesn't mean that I don't care
Oh,
and that
no,
I'm not,
no.
concerned. But I know for my own mental health, if I'm not in a good place myself,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to help anybody else.
That's true.
Or be a good listener
Yeah.
or compassionate for anybody else.
The
So,
only thing I found bad that has become a problem for me, I have learned not to cry anymore.
really,
I haven't cried, I bet, in 30 years.
really,
Really, and my mother passed away about 10 years ago. And I couldn't even cry, and I was embarrassed.
Really?
I went and hid in my bedroom.
wow,
I was so embarrassed about that.
wow,
And she was 106.
wow,
But I've learned if I cry, one thing you learn what bothers you.
mm-hmm.
And crying does a job on me.
Uh-oh.
So I don't cry.
Well, I'll tell you,
Unfortunately.
sometimes I cry from a commercial on TV, something moving on TV.
Yeah.
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 So I do cry.
Yeah, and I admire you for being able to. It's just that I've taught myself, don't get upset about it. Don't think about it.
Yeah.
Or like I'd turn the TV off if I thought it was bad enough,
Yeah.
And And yet I can watch a program on TV that somebody gets murdered and it doesn't faze me.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's kind of scary. I feel like, gee, people are going to think I don't have any feelings.
Yeah. It's probably just that you've set boundaries
I've
for
set
yourself.
boundaries.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
you know yourself, so.
Yeah, and I know that if I don't, I'll end up in the hospital or the doctor's office.
Yeah.
And I would prefer not to end up there.
Right. Right.
So I'm very careful about
Mhm.
that. And I do that with everything. Driving the car, everything.
Yeah.
You know, I did. So I think people have to learn when they're sick that they have to take care of themselves first
Yes.
and do it right.
Yep.
And then they can take care of the rest of the family.
Absolutely.
I really believe in that, you know. So I don't know, but anyway. But go on, let's talk some more. What else is
Let's
cooking?
see. What else?
What do you do for excitement when you're not here?
Oh, well, when I'm not here, I have 3 grown children.
Oh, wonderful.
And the youngest one, the third and final, wedding happened this past June.
Oh, how wonderful.
So now all 3 are married,
Oh,
and
wow.
I spend a lot of time with the kids.
Oh, that's
and,
wonderful.
I have my mother, who's 93.
Oh, good.
So yeah, she lives on her own.
She's going to hang in there.
She is.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think it's great when the older adults get over 90 and then they can do, so long as they don't drink a lot or anything like that, I think they do very well.
Yeah.
I know from my mother, she never drank and she never had to take drugs. She was healthy.
Wow. Yeah.
It was just so weird when I think back now on it, you know. But man, she had her faculties.
Yeah. Amazing.
It really was. I admire her for that. And I often think I've lost everybody else in my family now. I'm it.
Oh wow.
So I'm still here, unfortunately.
You're a survivor, Barbara.
I think I'm my mother.
Yeah.
I think I am. I really
Wow.
do, because I just feel like I am like her, you know. And but I admire people that hang in there and do it and do it so well.
Right.
Really,
Right.
and I think that's important.
It is.
You know,
Definitely.
you can be upset when they tell you something sad, but you can't dwell on it.
Yeah.
That's the catch.
Yeah.
That's what I find anyway.
Yeah. I agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that really works for me. And I've got 2 grown daughters, and one is married. The other one says she's not getting married.
Ah. Okay.
Well, she's 55, so she's evidently not getting married. But that's okay. But they're twins.
Oh, really? Okay.
Totally different. A redhead and a
Wow.
brunette.
Wow.
Totally different, and it's amazing when
Wow.
I see them. You know, I'm always surprised
Wow.
by how they react and how they react to things.
How was it raising? I'm asking you the question. How was it raising twins?
I did good. I've had the rheumatoid since I was 21.
Yeah.
So I had the twins at age 30,
Oh. Wow.
and I wasn't too bad then. And during the pregnancy, I felt great. And 2 weeks after the pregnancy, I fell flat on my face, basically.
Wow.
The rheumatoid hit me like you wouldn't believe.
Wow.
And they actually declared me disabled.
Oh.
But I walked right up until 3 years ago when one of the surgeries went bad.
Okay.
I can walk, but I have to have a cane or not a cane, a walker.
Walker. Yeah.
But other than that, I can still walk. So, but I've had 28 surgeries, 29. I don't know. I lose
Well,
track.
I ask about the twins because one of my daughters-in-law is hoping she'll have twins,
Oh.
and I'm like, really?
No, tell her she won't appreciate it at 2 a.m. in the morning.
That I have to say that's one thing I did not ever hope for.
Because you don't you got both of them to feed.
Yes.
And one wakes up and she wakes the other one up. Then you're going crazy. And I found that they didn't, even as they got older, to have the patience, they didn't
Yeah.
have the, they'd cry, they want to get dressed, they want to get changed or whatever, sit up.
Yeah,
And it was rough.
I bet.
But they were good kids. They were
Yeah.
good kids.
Yeah.
And they went to college, and I'm glad for that. So,
Yeah.
I was very grateful for that. So, they do well. But I get a kick out of Pamela because she says, I'm not getting married. I'm going, yeah, sure, okay. But now she's 55 years old,
Well, hey, apparently that's it.
and she doesn't
it,
want to.
it works for her.
Yeah, that's what
Right.
I said. If that's the way she feels and that's
Yeah.
what she's comfortable with, I'm not going to say a word.
Well, I have my daughter, and she and her husband have been married now for 6 years. They have chosen not to have children,
Really?
which makes me sad. But
Yeah.
that's what they want.
But in all honesty, if I had to raise those twins today, I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
When I raised them, I could afford it.
Mm.
I remember we moved to California so I could go to college
Wow.
free.
Wow. Yeah.
But that's no longer.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Right.
But thank God they could at the time. They had to pay for books and everything.
Yeah.
But for me, being on disability, it was just a godsend
Yeah.
to have that. But
Right. Right.
I think if you're an adult and you really feel you don't want children, then you shouldn't have them.
Then you shouldn't have them.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
thankfully, both of my sons and their wives plan to have a family.
Oh, good.
So I'm going to tell my daughter, you better be good to those nieces and nephews, because someday when you're
Oh, yeah.
when you're older, you're going to need,
Yeah,
you're gonna
and not only
need
that, but sometimes I know my kids, when they were small, they used to love going to Auntie's house
Yeah.
because she didn't press, make them behave like I did. And that was great. I think that
Yes.
was wonderful.
Sure,
I
yeah,
mean, they had
sure.
a place to go, and my sister had 3 children,
Okay.
so her kids were older than mine, but
Yeah.
my kids enjoyed playing with the older
Oh,
kids.
sure. Cousins are fun to play with, right?
Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing like it. So,
Right. Right.
but just to have children and have them born and have them healthy,
Yes.
that's
A blessing.
a blessing. You better believe.
Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. So what else is going on? Anything?
Oh, let's see. We have a health insurance information fair coming next week.
Health insurance? Oh,
Yeah, so we're going to have, I'm not sure how many are confirmed to come, but several of the area, we have Fallon and Tufts and
oh yeah.
Mass Advantage. They're going to have representatives. And
Oh,
they'll
I'd
have,
like to see that.
Oh, sure, yeah, next Tuesday. So I have a flyer.
In the afternoon or the morning?
It's in the afternoon.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, good, okay.
In the morning, I have to do my morning show.
Oh, okay. No, in
And
the
that's
afternoon.
in Florida, and it's only it's live, so
Oh,
I
it
have
is?
I have
Oh.
to do it every Tuesday.
Okay, so no, it's in the afternoon.
Oh
so
yeah,
you'll
I'll
be
go
able
to that
come.
definitely.
And we'll have some refreshments, and we're going to do a raffle. So it's going
I'll
to be
be
fun.
there.
It's going to be, it's going to be information and
yeah.
fun too.
Yeah, because unfortunately when I came here 3 years ago, I came up for surgery and things went wrong, but my daughter kept me here, and she kind of got me into stuff, but I don't know what I'm into,
Oh,
and I don't understand the logistics of everything.
yeah.
And I would really prefer to know. And she got a little upset when I said, I want to handle it.
Mm.
And she just looked at me. I said, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I do my radio. I couldn't do a radio show if I wasn't
Yeah,
okay.
right.
You know.
Right.
And I want to know, so
Well, part of that.
I will definitely be
Yeah,
there
we're
for
going to
that
have insurance company representatives, but also someone who she's not. She doesn't work for an insurance company. It's a private organization that
Oh.
does advising about, their objective, because they don't work for an insurance company.
Oh.
So they can do a benefit review for people and take a look at what you have for insurance, health insurance, and kind of give you, first of all, explain what you have.
Right.
And then,
yeah, that's the case.
because we're about to be in the open enrollment period.
Yeah. Oh, yes,
starting
it's
next
October.
week,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
And they can, if they thought there was maybe a better option out there for you, they would advise you.
Yeah.
And you could make the change during the open enrollment period. So
That would
there'll be
good.
also someone from that organization will be here too.
That should be
Yeah.
very interesting. See. That's what I like to hear and see what they got, what they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
I've always been that way, but
Mm-hmm.
I think people need to know that.
Oh yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Do you ever invite the public to come here when you have these seminars?
We sometimes invite the other colony sites.
Okay.
And we invite like family members,
Yeah.
friends. But to invite the general public, as you know, there's very limited parking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So
That's true.
So we don't really advertise it to the general public, but to people here, people at the other colonies, and then friends, relatives,
yeah. Related, yeah.
even people that assist you,
Yeah.
people
Oh,
from
yeah.
organizations that
Right.
work with us. They're welcome to come.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I would think that would be a good thing to do, to let them see you opening it up to the public if you could.
Yeah.
If you had the space, but I totally understand.
We don't really have the space, and
Yeah.
there are other facilities like the senior center, other places
Oh,
that
yes.
do health fairs like that, and they, they're more apt to attend those.
Those,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, that's true.
they have a better capacity
Yeah.
for.
You know what I'm
public.
amazed at? I see a lot of cars in the parking lot. I never see them moving. I mean, do the residents ever use their cars, really? I only know of one person. That's it.
Honestly, I don't know who does and who doesn't. I mean, I
Wow.
sometimes see people go out,
Oh,
and I know that they are driving, but
yeah.
I mean, to tell you which
Well,
cars move, I couldn't.
No,
yeah.
I just wonder if they're really utilizing, because when I think of Massachusetts, car insurance,
Yeah,
it's a critical
yeah.
cost up here.
It is.
Registration,
Oh, yeah.
So for people,
And just car maintenance.
yes, yeah.
And if a car sits there and doesn't get used
Yeah.
for a long time, that's
Yeah.
not good for a
No,
car.
it sits there. In fact, someone just told me today that somebody, I forget who it is, has got trouble with their battery and their tires, and I'm going, okay, I'm leaving. No, thank you.
Yeah.
But that's really, it's sad that people have to go through that and keep it here and not utilize it, especially in in your winter months when you
Right.
have snow up here.
Yeah. Right.
That's what I loved about Florida.
Oh,
Loved it. But that Florida was good for me because the weather was warmer
yeah.
and I could go out in the winter and play with my
True,
kids and do
true.
things with them.
Yeah.
And so I lived here originally, but I moved down there so that I could,
Okay.
benefit them. So,
Right.
and that's, I think people have to think of that sometimes,
Right.
when they do. But is there anything else you'd like to talk about today? Anything I missed?
I don't think so.
Gee, I'm not that good.
I
Who are you
can't.
kidding? No, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, Lucy,
We
I'm
covered
so.
a lot of territory, I think.
I think we did, and I
Yeah.
think it's wonderful that you did it. I'm just so
Oh.
happy. I really think it'll be great. And
Good.
just so that you know, this goes on YouTube,
Okay.
which means it goes all over the world.
Okay. Wow.
So, and that's good advertisement for Colony 3.
Yeah. Sure.
really is.
Absolutely.
Free advertisement.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think that's great.
It
so.
is. It's a good place.
It
great
really
place.
is.
Yeah.
I like it. I love it
Yeah.
here. I like the room, the apartments.
Yeah.
They're very nicely laid out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very happy here.
Good.
So
Good.
I got no complaints yet. But anyway, I want to thank you so much, Lucy, for doing this with me. I
Well,
do appreciate
You're
it.
very welcome. I
Well,
enjoyed it.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad. I told you I wouldn't hurt you.
Yeah. You did.
Anyway, you take care and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
Hi, everyone. Well, back to whatever. Sorry about the miss. I'm going to be running a little short on exercises today. It's been kind of a crazy week for me, but been having a lot of meetings and things. But I just wanted to thank Lucy for being here today. She was fantastic. I like her. She's just a wonderful person to know. So I hope you enjoyed her as well. She makes me very comfortable. Anyway, let's get in the chair and sit down for a few minutes. Get comfortable. Close your eyes, shut your mouth, and breathe through your nose. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Very slowly. Okay? Okay. And let's do that again. Inhale through your nose. Fill up those lungs. And then exhale through your mouth slowly. Okay? I want you to do it great. Okay? Okay. I'm just going to do a few exercises here and there. Let's start with your your head. I'm sorry, your head. Turn your head to the right. Bring it back to the center and stop. Go to the left. Come back to the center and stop. Okay? Let's go again to the right. Come back to the center and stop. Go to the left. Come back to the center and stop. Now, you're doing it at your own pace. Do it slowly. I'm just talking you through it right now, okay? Okay, just want to be sure. Okay, let's take our shoulders. And today, let's just bring them back. Stand at attention. Very good. And relax. Those are the good ones. Do it again. Pull your shoulders back like you're at attention in the military. And then relax them. Okay? One more time. Bring your shoulders back and relax them. Very good. Okay. Now, let's do your hands. Put your hands up in the air. Put them straight out. Put your fingers straight out. Let me say that, okay? Now, make a fist. I don't want you to be making a fist that's hard, not tight. Just loosely. Pull your hands together and make a fist, and then relax them and open them up all the way. Okay? And let's do that again. Bring your fist in, make a fist, and open them up slowly and stretch them out as far as you can. One more time. Bring your fingers in. Make that fist. And then open them up slowly. Okay? Very good. Excellent. Terrific. Okay. Let's put our knees together very gently. Put your feet on the floor first. Put your knees together. And then press your knees equally together. Okay? So press one. And relax. Press two. And relax. Okay? Just do them gently. Take the third one, put your knees together and just press them gently. together and relax. Okay? And that works, and you'll feel it go up the top of the front of your leg, up the leg, and you'll feel it almost up to your hip in a way once you get used to doing it. And it's really good for you, okay? Okay. Let's take our piggy toes, our feet, keep your feet on the floor, and raise the front of your foot up and bring it back down. You can do both feet together. Bring your feet up and bring them back down. Everybody okay? Okay. One more time. Bring your feet up and bring your piggy toes back down. You got it. That's great. Terrific. Terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry it had to be short today, but other things are happening here. But I want to thank you all. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're exercising 3 times a week at least, okay? Do it good, do it slow, take your time, and you can break your exercising up. Do 5 exercises in the morning of every joint, and then in the evening do 5 exercises of every joint. So you can break it up. You don't have to do it all at one time. Okay? Okay. You guys have a terrific day. Okay? I love you all. Bye-bye.